VEVE is releasing more golden moments. Stick around for my price predictions. What's up, WAGME fam? This is Crypto Addict and I'm back with another video. We'll be going over VEVE's upcoming drop and my price predictions for the drop. Before we do so, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. So VEVE made headlines with their upcoming drop this Valentine's with more golden moments. They just released the Medium article and we're going to get right into that. Alright. So this is the article and we're just going to go ahead and go through this. It says Disney's Golden Moments. The Disney Golden Moments collection features some of Disney's most beloved characters and icons appearing in all gold. These Valentine's Day Golden Moment statues are very special additions to any collector's showroom. Blind boxes. Get ready to add to the excitement of drop day with blind boxes. These collectibles are only offered for purchase in a blind box, meaning you won't know which amazing collectible or rarity you have acquired after your successful purchase. From there, you can continue to expand your collection with additional blind boxes or interact with other users in the market to complete your set. So this is technically going to be just like the original Golden Moments drop, where you pretty much have to tap into space, and it's just going to be two pieces in a set. Alright, and we have here the first one, which is the common. This is going to be Donald Duck and Daisy Duck. Crazy over Daisy. Everyone's favorite feathered friend made his first appearance on screen in 1934, but he did not encounter the fun, loving, and fabulous Daisy until her debut in the 1940 Walt Disney Animation Studio short, Mr. Duck Steps Out. This charming 3D Disney Golden Moment collectible captures the enduring affection Donald and Daisy have had for one another over a lifetime of adventures. As we all know, it's going to drop on Valentine's Day, February 14th. These are going to be listed for 60 gems, which is the same as past Golden Moments, excluding Walt. This actually has 13,333 editions, which is 1,000 editions more than the original Golden Moments that were launched in November. This is the first appearance, and if you read the past article, first appearances are for these collectibles, these statues, these characters, not for cards or comics or anything like that. So this comes with the first appearance tag. It is a common, and it is going to be under the Valentine's Day series. Alright, so this Donald and Daisy is an interesting piece because it actually is a modified combination of the Fab 50 golden statue. As I pull up this image here, you can see that Donald is actually holding a hat with his fingers kind of curled here, and he's not wearing his hat. When you look into the statue, you can see that his palm is spread out and he's actually wearing the cap instead of holding it, which I think is the perfect modification to make, just to have these two statues kind of flow fluidly. Daisy is actually doing the same pose that she does in her statue. So to pair these two up, I think that was an awesome modification, and it actually looks really nice. Alright, and as I did more research on the popularity of these Disney characters, for most of this, you can see that Donald is going to be the second most popular. So as you can see from this result, Donald is the second most popular here. Any other golden moment that we have, you have Elsa listed down here. This one actually has Donald also as number 2, following Mickey. So a lot of these, and this was just actually a simple Google search on popular Disney characters, and these kind of were the results. Donald has been following Mickey for the most part as far as popularity here, and this one he's actually fallen to number 7. and number 2 here as well. So for the most part, he's actually the second most popular character. I do like this article from Attractions magazine where they break down their rankings based on Instagram posts, global searches, gifts, and major productions. Based off of this list, I don't really consider production and gifts as much for the popularity. Instagram posts is also not one that I put a lot of weight into, and that's just because of the generational gap from users that actually use Instagram versus people that don't. So what I take most priority on is the global searches because it shows who's actively trending and what people are actively looking for. Of course, there is still some type of generation gap, but most users that do know how to use a computer and will be using the app at all, they should understand how to do like a simple Google search, and in that regards, I place more weight on just the searches itself. So when I break it down like this, you can see that Elsa, which we already have, clearly has more searches, and she is much more trendy with this generation, or at least the generations that are more familiar with using the internet. As I look into Donald, as someone that is in like the Disney Hall of Fame and part of Disney's Mount Rushmore. So as a comparable, if we compare what the statue can get to, I believe Elsa is a great comparable to start. Understand that Elsa has had time to mature already, and her statues have already kind of switched hands to people that do not intend to sell. So I believe with the FOMO and the rush, Donald and Daisy, even with more additions, will actually close close to Elsa, but I do think it will close below for this month, just because like I said, the holders of the statue has not had time to mature yet, and people are still going to be dropping these to take profits early on. So I think it may close closer to 3 to 5k currently. Do I think that it can go higher than Elsa? Yes, I do. But I think it's going to take time because as people take profits and are undercutting, like I said, it's going to continue to push the market down. And with that many additions, it's going to require a lot of people to consume those statues in order to maintain a higher market price at the time. But I would not be surprised if Donald did close above Elsa. I just think that it may take time before that does actually happen, and me personally, I think that it would close below it just because of that at the moment. Now 3 or 3.5k is not a low number to close at, especially with this many additions, but I do believe that people have gotten a little smarter with how they're actually listing these golden moments, and people actually getting an idea of what these are worth makes it a lot better. So we're not going to see a case where we had like the Simpsons drop or the first golden moments drops where everything was below $1,000 and people were able to stock up if you were smart enough to buy at the time. I think people are better with listing these, and I don't think that they are willing to let these go for much lower. So having it close at a higher floor than previous golden moments is not an uncommon thing to see at the moment. All right, and next up we have Lady and the Tramp. So it says, the iconic love between the pampered Cocker Spaniel and the free-willing mutt originally captured hearts on the big screen in Walt Disney's Animation Studios' 1955 musical classic Lady and the Tramp. Lady and Tramp's canine romance has stood the test of time and is brought to life in stunning detail with this 3D Disney Golden Moments collectible that drops just in time for Valentine's Day. And this is a blind box, so it is 60 gems, and it is going to include 7,777 editions. It is the first appearance, and it's going to be a rare in the Valentine's Day series. Though this piece has history, I don't believe the current generation is really into this piece. People don't care as much for the physical history of things. As you can see from like Steamboat Willie, it's a different generation, and people that are aware of their physical significance don't really place as much weight on that And that's kind of something that I think a salesman will try to use to kind of sell you to a piece. But at the end of the day, people are going to buy what they like. So you can sell me to try to buy a classic car and its significance and historic value. But at the end of the day, this generation is just going to move on. They're going to go ahead and buy that latest Tesla and show off the self-driving feature to their friends. And their friends are more in awe to that than something that has historic value as a classic car. If VEVE intends to saturate golden moments more, I think Lady and Tramp will hold one of the lower market caps of all of the golden moments. It has 7,777 editions versus the other rares that actually came in with 6,333 editions. And I think the raise in this is because they understand that there's more people actually trying to collect these drops, and that actually shows that maybe even future golden moments are going to have more editions, and that kind of raises the value and shows you the scarcity in what you already own for the first generation of these golden moments. So those I would definitely continue to hodl, of course, and I'm a big fan of the golden moments, and I think they will continue to rise. So yeah, take that in consideration, because if we continue to see more of these and they continue to raise the edition counts, you'll begin to see that the scarcity of what we currently own on these current golden moments is actually really low. Kind of like the Todd McFarlane Batman being a common. It came out with 7,000 editions, and now when you see a common, you're not seeing 7,000 editions on a common. So that is a really low edition count for a common collectible. I think this will end up being the cheapest golden moment, however, or one of the cheapest that you can collect. Though it may not start off that way. I can see it closing around Wally at around 1.5k, but I personally think it should be sitting around 1k this month, as people are still waiting for the extra spice that is to come in this month. Alex and VEVE has hinted at a spicy month, and this is just 2 out of 4 chilies. So people may be holding off to still see what is to come during this month, and these prices just may not take off just yet. So even though I think that technically it should be around 1.5k, it may sit lower because people just don't want to spend those gems just yet, in anticipation for something better to be coming out for later down in this month. And it really depends on what's being announced for the month as far as what's going to drop, because if they do release something that people are just not interested in as much as this, then you can see these prices begin to raise higher now versus later at the end of the month. I personally feel that it would take a lot to top Donald and Daisy without the P word, so I expected their prices to hold steady through the month still. But those are just my predictions for the market and for these golden moments. So yeah, let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below, and like and subscribe if you love the content. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and like we always say, we're all gonna make it.